Hello guys, how are we doing? Thank you very much for starting watching this video where I'm going to talk about IBS, my experience with IBS and how I cured my IBS. Before I start, I have to give you a disclaimer that says that I'm not a doctor, I'm not giving you any medical advice. Everything I say here, it's for purely entertainment purposes and you shouldn't try it at home or anywhere else. This is for me to protect myself from anything really. But let me start about talking about my experience with IBS, my personal experience, how it all started, how I felt, and then I will tell you how I finally, after so many years, came to some solutions that work for me. Before I say this story, I have to say that I think I understand how you feel. I felt the same. I went on YouTube and I put into the search cure for IBS, how I cured my IBS. And then I watched several videos of people who were talking, and at the end they came up with something that works for them, but it wouldn't work for me, for example. But I never give up in anything I do, also in finding the solution how to cure IBS. So I continued watching, I continued in my life trying different solutions, and finally I have to say that I found it. It might work for me, it might not work for you, but please never give up. Try, check. If this video will take 10 minutes or 20 or 30, I don't know yet, I just started recording it. It's worth for you watching, to watch it, because you would spend this amount of time on doing something not important, but this might be very important, you know. Any solution is like a puzzle of different aspects and things, and this might be one of the pieces of the puzzle that you need to solve your puzzle in this video. Alright, so yeah, as I said, I think I know how you feel. You might be depressed, basically. You might be depressed, really depressed. You might feel really bad discomfort and pain. You might be up at night. You might feel like this quality of life is good for nothing. I can't work. I should go on a disability pension, if such a thing exists in your country. Really, your life might be affected really bad if you suffer from IBS. And any doctor can tell you this. And I went through this and I felt this way. And I thought IBS is like stress related. So when I have more stress, I feel more the symptoms. Or when I eat certain things that they are the triggers for the symptoms, I feel worst. And yes, it's true, but even doctors don't know what IBS is, what causes it, and how to cure it. So who am I to tell you that this is the facts? I can tell you that certain things apply and work and trigger and so on, and everyone is individual. We don't even know what IBS is again, so maybe it is genetical problem, maybe it is caused by food, by bacteria, by fungus, who knows, okay? But let me tell you now how it started in my case. Very strange. One day I had a big argument with someone and I was very angry. And I left the room and I went home and I went to sleep because it was already very late. But I was super angry inside. As I fell asleep, or as I was falling asleep, I started to feel physically in my abdomen, in the left side, really warmth and heat, really warm temperature from within, from inside. I was like, wow, what is this? Why do I feel such a warm temperature in one spot in my colon? But I fell asleep. and I felt alright the next day. But a few weeks later I started to feel the discomfort, which is typical for IBS, in the same spot where I felt the warmth earlier. I went to see a doctor. This was in Germany, by the way. I went to see a doctor. He did my blood test. He, I think, checked my urine. He didn't find anything unusual. He also did the USG because I asked for it. He didn't see anything unusual. I said, but doctor, I feel what I feel. I have this, it's not a pain, it's like a discomfort. It's bothering me. It wakes me up at night. He didn't mention IBS. He said we will do the stool sample, but then we didn't because I was already not there, and I just left it. Sometimes later, maybe after 1 year or so, I was in England, UK, and I went to see a doctor because again I still felt this ups and downs, IBS symptoms. The doctor diagnosed me with IBS. It was just a general practitioner, so I didn't have any colonoscopy done or any additional test, blood tests, etc. But according to the symptoms, he said this is IBS, okay, and we can't cure it, and good luck. It was his conclusion. Okay. There are some meds you can buy over the counter in the UK, which are supposedly working for IBS. They are like calming the symptoms, which could be mainly the bloating, a lot of gas. There is this medication called Buscopan, which you can buy in the UK or in other countries as well. I tried to take it sometimes, but also I'm not very good with taking pills or supplements on time or enough. So I didn't notice any huge or any difference really. But I kept living with all these symptoms, with everything, and I was feeling more or less the same. I had periods when I didn't know about it. I had some bad times when I really woke up at night or I ate something and then I felt worse after that. I noticed that when my mind was busy, when I was busy working or being with people, feeling good, then I didn't think about it or I didn't feel it as much as I would maybe if I am at home on the weekend and I need to go to the bathroom in the morning and then again, maybe 3 times, because my mind is just like empty and these things are happening. Yeah, I'm using bathroom too much. Then it didn't bother me that much. I thought not too much about it. Some years later I was in I kept eating everything as normal. Like I didn't go on any diet. I wasn't even researching IBS at the time. I wasn't checking anything. Then I ended up in another country in North America, and I spoke with a gastroenterologist there because I started to feel a lot of symptoms like this almost pain sometimes, like a sharp pain sometimes in the colon as well. And he gave me some pills and I was supposed to take them. I was taking them when I had these symptoms, and I didn't feel good after them, actually. Not so great, not better either. So I started to eat differently. I started to eat much less meat, and I was eating a lot of vegetables and salads, vegetable salads with all sorts of veggies, because they contain a lot of goodness, a lot of enzymes and stuff, vitamins, which I believe is good for your colon anyway. Then I moved again to Europe, and besides of the fact that I had a very good lifestyle, very good job, everything was good, like no stress, I should be fine, I should be happy. I started to have the symptoms again, and they were not good. They were really, it was like bad, like depression almost. So I thought, what's going on? Luckily, I spoke with some people and I learned about biofilm. Biofilm is a film built on your tongue or in your digestive tract, in your colon. You can Google it what it exactly is, but biofilm is like a layer which is covering your colon, and then your immune system can't get through and can't work. All these good things that you eat that should go and help your colon, they can't get through, and you need to focus your attention on fixing the biofilm, on getting rid of the biofilm, okay? But before I did that, I tried also some distant therapy called biotherapy, and actually few times, few courses. I felt good initially, but then again, it went back to what it was before. So I was taking some supplement which was very, very high vitamin D3 in a liquid form, and some B vitamins in it, and it didn't change my feeling and my situation. Anyway, after that, there are some other supplements that I believe are generally very good for you, and I take them here and there. Maybe I should take them more regularly, but they all, I don't think, would harm you. They are good. They can help you feel good generally, your mind, your body, also with your digestion, which are vitamin D, D3, then B vitamins, all the spectrum of Bs, including B17, which is one you have to buy extra. Then there is this strong, good antioxidant called C60, which also I tried, and it didn't make me feel worse. So I can't say it's magic, but I think it's a very strong antioxidant based on the article that I read, and it's good for you to try. And omega-3, 6, 9, they say it's good for IBS and for your colon. Maybe you need to buy a good, pure quality one. I tried some products like that. I wasn't impressed. I felt like a little bit irritated by it in my digestion. And then when I learned about the biofilm, I was told by one doctor, that you need to get enzymes into your body which will kill and dissolve the biofilm. And for me, the way to do it was to take the pill, which you can buy over the counter in Europe, which is called Wobenzym, W-O-B enzyme, Wobenzym or Wobenzym. So it's German medication, and since I started taking it, my life improved like 90% or more. I can't say that I don't feel anything anymore, totally, but 90% improvement is a huge improvement. I have a life again. I'm feeling good again. I can focus on things. I don't think about the problem because I don't feel it. But I take the pills regularly. 3 pills in the morning with a cold drink. Cold because, not too cold, but not hot, not warm. It has to be cold, because you don't want these pills to dissolve too early when you take them. They need to dissolve down there in your colon. So 3 pills in the morning, 3 pills in the evening, and I'm already taking it for 2 months. I'm planning to continue for another month, and then go to 2 pills twice a day for another few months, and then 1 pill, and then eventually no pill. And once I finish with this, I'm going to drink kefir again, which is ultimate probiotic, to rebuild again my bioflora in my digestion. But really, Wobenzym from all these meds or supplements that I have ever taken is the best. You could probably also find another medication with enzymes in it, digestive enzymes, that would work for you. I'm not saying Blobensium is the ultimate pill, but also if you read the reviews on it on Amazon, for example, you will see that people are like really getting cured from their lifelong problems with bloating, with IBS, with digestive discomfort, etc. So I'm happy to find this. I'm happy you now watch this video and you also can try. Please never give up. See what works for you, see what doesn't. Everyone is individual and everyone needs different approach. I want to say last thing. We don't know what causes IBS. I noticed that if I eat processed food or ultra processed food full of additives and chemicals, I have my colon doesn't like it. My colon, basically, because of IBS, as you probably know, is like oversensitive. Yeah, I feel processes that are happening like more intensely in my head. When my colon is processing all these additives, I feel like something is happening. Yeah, so ultra processed food is not good for me. I try to eat a lot of vegetables, a lot. I'm not like strict on not eating sugar, not eating fat, or not this or not that. Your brain knows what your body needs, and your brain knows where it is. So when you see a walnut and your brain needs what is contained in the walnut, you will crave a walnut and you will have it. Okay, so eat what you want to eat. I also have to say it's good to stay fit and to do some exercise or to have some walks at least, maybe run or do as you are pleased. By the way, I don't smoke and I don't drink alcohol. It's just me, I don't like those things. Alcohol and smoking is probably not a very good thing for you anyway. So I think that's all I wanted to tell you. I hope I didn't forget something. Please share your experience, share your comments below the video. Let me know if you want me to talk more about any of these topics that I covered in this video. Tell me your experience, share your links to your videos. It's all fine. Let's tackle this IBS problem, okay, before it's too late, because we don't want our organs to be affected, you know. We need to fix it, okay. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and feel free to share, like and subscribe to my channel for more videos on IBS and other interesting topics. Thank you, take care, all the best, bye bye.